Hello everyone, it's your boy Stone Swayze. We back at you with another one. And we about to review possibly the best movie of the year. It's got a little bit of everything. It's got horror. It's got romance. It's got drama. It's got tears. Ryan Coogler, you've done it again. Hope you guys are enjoying the new look. Got a lot of stuff coming your way. I promise you that it's going to be great. Just stick with us. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get to it. Sorry for the late review. I had to take a brief hiatus, but we back at it. I promise you, the train ain't gonna stop no more, baby. Sinners, written and directed by Ryan Coogler, starring Michael B. Jordan as two characters, Smoke and Stack, Haley Steinfeld, and newcomer Miles Caton. And boy, oh boy, is it really worth the hype? Yes, it is. This movie is kind of like a snack mix. It's got a mix of everything. Of course, you've got horror, because you've got the vampires. You've also got drama. You've also got historical drama. You've got romance, sexy romance. You've got soul, beautiful soundtrack, full of soul. And that's the thing that I love about Ryan Coogler's movies is he's always got his own specific feel to it, and he just keeps on honing that, and you can see him really coming into his craft on this one. When the film first came out, I heard everybody saying,
"Oh, it's movie of the year. It's movie of the year. It's gonna be movie of the year."
And I'm like, how can you say that it's movie of the year already when we haven't even hit June? Like, we just got into June. That always makes me want to see, like, okay, is this really what people say it is? And so far this year, I do have it as my movie of the year. It really is a solid outing for Ryan Coogler. It takes place in 1932 Mississippi. You know, it follows Smoke and Stack, which is portrayed by Michael B. Jordan in a dual role, which he actually did a great job of, that you can actually differentiate them. And they're returning to their hometown after years in the Chicago underworld, where they aim to open a juke joint for the black community. As the brothers confront this supernatural threat, they navigate themes of racial identity, community, and personal integrity. The film is a mix of a whole bunch of stuff. It even has musical bits in it, which surprised the shit out of me. So let me start off this review by saying spoiler alert, because I will be talking about spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, go stream it now. It is on streaming services. While Ryan Coogler does wear his influences on his sleeve, there's also a unique feel to his films that always resonated so much with me. Maybe that's because I'm a black man in America. I am also half Mexican as well. But it always seems to strike a nerve whenever we come to talk about these racial identity topics. In a time where race issues are more prevalent than ever, this film doesn't bash you over the head with it. This is just the way it was in the 1930s, with Jim Crow and the KKK still heavily prevalent. Literally white stores on one side of the street and black stores on the other. I thought it was also interesting how Ryan tossed in the minorities of Asian descent who were accepted on both sides and making money on both sides. That being said, I also thought Mary's character, played by Haley Steinfeld, was also interesting, being that she was a quarter black and white passing. So she, on the outside, she looked like a white woman, but you know, she actually had that one drop, so I mean that basically makes her like somewhat black. And she was in love with Stack, but because of the racial divide, they could never be together in public without the threat of death. How Ryan went over it was actually pretty creative. While Michael B. always does a great job with the direction of Coogler, I really think the story of Sammy, aka Preacher Boy, played well in an amazing debut by Miles Caton, seeking to blaze his own trail through playing the blues rather than being in the church, truly steals the show. beautifully showing the dynamic of how blues is so heavily inspired by gospel music and how music itself can be a universal language just spoke volumes to me. And the sound of this movie is very integral to the entire film. The cast all carry their weight and bounce nicely off of each other. You know, Delroy Lindo, always showing off his acting chops, is the glue of the movie for me. I mean, you've got a whole bunch of stuff here. You've got jokes, you've got sad moments, you've got musical numbers, you've got horror, you've got every single thing that you can have in a fucking film, and they put it in this movie. It's pretty insane. So when they say that it's actually a cinematic experience, it truly is that. You get damn near every genre in this one film. The pacing of the story was also phenomenal, as the groundwork for the characters is laid out within the first hour. The vampires don't really show up till the second half of the film. Remick, the main bad guy, a vampire of Irish descent, is seeking to turn Preacher Boy into a vampire in order to have his talent. As in this universe, when a vampire turns someone, they absorb all of their mind as well. While this is a clear allusion to the way executives capitalize off of minorities in the industry, I also thought it was interesting how they included old-timey Irish music in the soundtrack to show the contrast of the way the Irish also used music and were once seen as minorities during the time of the Jim Crow South. Oh, and I just have to add that the soundtrack on this movie is so fucking fire, with the highlight being Preacher Boy performing I Lied to You in the juke joint. Beautifully directed and orchestrated. When I first saw that scene, it damn near brought tears to my eyes. While I do feel like there was some unnecessary scenes, such as Smoke threatening to kill Sammy just for wanting to pursue his dream, most of the film flowed very cohesively and successfully built suspense. Now, there are some clear influences, such as the garlic eating scene, which feels snatched from John Carpenter's The Thing.
Is there some kind of test, Doc?
Well, we could take a sample of each person's blood. I suppose if there's a reaction, we'd know who isn't human.
Retreating! What is it?
Or the death of Stack, which almost feels like a one-to-one from Dusk Till Dawn. These scenes fit well in the context of the film and still have their own unique feel.
And we'll all go together. We're gonna kill every last one of you.
Old school jazz legend Buddy Guy ends up being Sammy, and the last scene, which is happening as the credits roll, shows that Stack and Mary did survive as vampires, of course, leaving the door open for a sequel. While Buddy Guy can't really act, I think the writing in this scene was damn near perfect, with Stack and Sammy reminiscing on a night that happened nearly 80 years ago, and Stack not having aged at all. Man, the whole time I'm watching this scene, I'm like, Ryan Coogler, you creative piece of shit! I hate you! This film feels like Ryan Coogler really coming into his own, and this being his first rated R blockbuster horror film, I'm very interested to see what else is in store and just how high the ceiling can get. I had a ball watching this. I actually saw it in IMAX, so that was a plus, and I'm sure you will too when it comes out on streaming services. I gotta give this a 9 out of 10. Thank you for watching. We're gonna have a ton of more reviews coming. Just stay posted. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.